MacArthur Memorial and our artiFACTS series. The MacArthur Memorial has thousands of artifacts on display. Each artifact tells a story and provides invaluable insights into our past. Today we're going to take an up-close look at one of these artifacts.
Welcome to the MacArthur Memorial Archives. We keep everything here in the vault. It was built in 1964 because when all MacArthur's papers came here, everything was still classified top secret. So when Norfolk got all the papers, the Department of the Army made them build this reinforced steel concrete vault. Everything was in here was pretty much classified up until the 1970s, 1980s, and then they did a whole declass, and so pretty much everything in here right now is declassified. Now what we're going to look at today, among the wealth of everything that's here, because all of MacArthur's papers are here, 18 of his generals' papers are here, thousands of smaller collections from people that served in either the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, the occupation of Japan, or the Korean War. They know that we're going to take care of these materials. Temperature, humidity controlled, acid-free environment, everything is in a stable place, and it knows it's going to be preserved for hundreds of years, hopefully. What we're going to look at today is a piece that comes from MacArthur's time on Bataan Corregidor. It was one of the worst surrenders in American history. MacArthur was taken off of Corregidor Island by PT boat on 11 March 1942, and the command there at Bataan and Corregidor stayed until May, April, when the command surrendered there. But all the papers, all the headquarters papers that were generated during that campaign were all brought off Corregidor by submarine. All of those ended up in MacArthur's collection. And so today we'll be taking a look at a piece from that period. We had this rolling shelf system put in maybe about 10 years ago because we were getting so many materials that we were running out of space. And now we can pretty much fit everything that we have and everything that keeps coming in as the years go by. As you can see down the aisle, everything is kept in acid-free boxes. It runs from MacArthur's time as military advisor of the Philippines in the 1930s, all the way through World War II, occupation of Japan, and back through the Korean War. Everything MacArthur owns prior to 1942 all gets destroyed in the Manila Hotel. So all of his World War I period materials, all of his Chief of Staff materials, Superintendent of West Point, all of his father's papers, all destroyed. Even his dad's Medal of Honor, that's never been found. But what we're going to look at today are from that section of papers that come from that Bataan Corregidor period. And that runs for these 13 boxes here, everything that was brought off by submarine. And what we're going to look at is a captured diary that was taken off a dead Japanese soldier in April of 1942. When they were writing the Army History Series, which is called the Green Series, these are all the histories of all the different battles during World War II. The writer of the book about the fall of the Philippines was a man named Lewis Morton, and he kept writing Douglas MacArthur, "Hey, where's all that stuff from Bataan Corregidor?" And MacArthur would say, "I don't know where it is," but it was all in his office down at Church Street in New York after he had retired from the Army. Whether he knew it was there or not, we don't know. But when they wrote that Green Series volume, it did not have access to these materials that were all brought off Bataan Corregidor by submarine. And so these are very valuable for researchers and historians today who are trying to get a glimpse into what happened during that campaign. These are all the intelligence documents that were brought off Corregidor at that time. And there are many captured materials in here that you'll see. Like all these are Japanese materials that were taken from various people. But the one that we're going to look at today is this one right here. Now this is the diary of Warrant Officer Tomokane, who was with the 2nd Machine Gun Company. And it was taken off his person there on Bataan. And as you can see, this is a translation that was made up by MacArthur's intelligence people. And they were linguists, Japanese linguists, who were able to go through the diary and then pick out each day and translate it. This one runs, I think, about 4 or 5 pages, yeah. But also what makes this one special is you can see the damage that was done to the diary right there. And that comes from a bullet that went through the diary, actually. Basically, the diary will tell this soldier's idea of what was going on in his life. You don't really see the big picture in war, you just see what you have in front of you. But they would glean it for anything. Food. Are they eating well? How are they feeling? The temper between officers and men. They would try to get any kind of information they could out of the diary and able to use it during the wartime battles. Like this one, we're already in the tropics. I can't understand being so hot when it's so cold back home now. Because of the heat, soldiers who are seasick started to go without meals. See, that's very valuable intelligence for the Americans who are trying to fight them, because they know what happened to the unit that this guy came from. They know that they were just dropped off there, seasick, unable to eat, so they know that maybe this certain unit is weak at this time. So all of it's very valuable. And that's what you'll find here throughout all the papers at the MacArthur Memorial.